Greetings and welcome back to Beyond 360. I'm your host, James Fondren, and today we're going to talk about one of my visits to an interesting place, and that is Nicolas Cage's Pyramid Tomb in New Orleans, Louisiana. So last October, I went down to New Orleans, and this is October 2021, and I brought my camera, my 360 camera. And when I brought my camera, I did a couple things. I went into the French Quarter. I went into Café Du Monde, which is very famous. And then I also went and walked through Jackson Square and then up to through the quarter and in different parts of the quarter. And I actually went to L'Aurie Mansion, which is haunted, and Nicolas Cage owned it. So this is where it gets interesting. Then I remembered, there's something I've always wanted to do. I wanted to visit Nicolas Cage's Pyramid Tomb, and I never had the opportunity to do it. But finally, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go do this. This is gonna be something that I'm gonna do. Anyway, I go, and there's the gravedigger or the groundskeeper. He says we're closed. I'm like, what do you mean you're closed? It's a weekday. What's the deal? Oh no, we're closed. The church wants it closed. So the Archdiocese in New Orleans owns St. Louis Number 1, among other grave plots and cemeteries in the city. So I'm like, well, I can't just take a peek. I can't. What if I go with you and just real quick get some video of this? And then I came all the way from New York. I'd love to see it. I've always wanted to see it. And this guy was just ridiculously stubborn and belligerent about it. He's like, nope, absolutely not. You can't go in. And then he tried to make a point about me filming on a public sidewalk to see over the wall. It's like, hey, look, if I have the tool and I can see over the wall, that's not my problem, and that's not, I don't care if you don't like it or not. So we kind of had a disagreement, and I didn't want to be a jerk about it. So I just carried on, and I thought maybe I can look back at the footage and see. But the thing about the GoPro Max and some of this footage is it's just not very good. So I'm there, and I can't go in. They won't let me in. So, but this is the site right here. So Nicolas Cage purchased, I think, 2 plots, right? So he has this 9-foot tall stone pyramid that stands, along with the above ground burial sites, because that's what they do in New Orleans, because flooding and the ground water table is just so high that you can't actually bury people in the ground. They have to be buried above ground. So that's why they do that in New Orleans. But so you need a tour guide to go, unless you're visiting a deceased family member. They don't just let anybody in. So that's a heads up. If you want to go, you've got to get a scheduled tour to go. And I didn't know that, which I think is, whatever. But it's on church property, so they're not going to just let anybody in. But yeah, even if they're going to pay respect and film something. So had I known the rules, what if I had said, if I knew somebody in there, I probably wouldn't be able to go in. They would have let me in. So anyway, that was that experience. But he's got some interesting attributes on this tomb. So there's there's lipstick kiss marks on it, and there is a Latin inscription here which says omne ab uno, everything from one. So it's a maxim here. It has an occult connotation to it. But anyway, and there's some speculation about that. I first found out about this place on Atlas Obscura, and I gotta say, Atlas Obscura is kind of a cool website to go to if you just don't want to go to a place and not see something interesting. I highly recommend checking out Atlas Obscura. They have some cool places you can check out that are unique, and I've had some interesting trips as a result of that. Well, that's all I have for this episode and this video of visiting Nicolas Cage's Pyramid Tomb. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit that bell notification so you'll be notified of new and future videos right here at Beyond 360. See you right here next time.